Join me on an unforgettable journey through the storied streets of London, where we'll explore breathtaking historical landmarks that shape this vibrant city. Our adventure begins at the iconic Tower of London, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, steeped in over 1,000 years of history. From there, we'll enjoy stunning views of the magnificent Houses of Parliament, featuring the iconic Big Ben, as it rises majestically beside the River Thames. As we continue our exploration, we'll gaze upon the London Eye, the tallest observation wheel in the UK, offering panoramic views of the city skyline. Next, we'll make our way to the breathtaking St. Paul's Cathedral, an architectural masterpiece designed by Sir Christopher Wren, known for its impressive dome and rich history. Along the route, we'll pass by charming ancient pubs that invite you to step back in time, where you can almost hear the echoes of generations past. We won't miss the historic London Bridge, an engineering marvel with a storied past. Get ready to discover the heart and soul of London, filled with captivating stories and breathtaking sights at every turn.
Shipping River, seeing about 30% of the world's cargo coming from around the world up into London via the Thames. And it's a nice time to be on the river. Right about now we're at high water. The water level won't go much higher today. Very soon the water level will start to drop. The tidal ebb out to the North Sea. So ahead of you, in front of the boat, through Tower Bridge, about 30 miles downstream. We know the river very well. World War, now part of the Imperial War Museum. It's a fantastic day out. Some people spend up to 4 hours exploring this ship. Definitely worth saving for a rainy day. And that doesn't rain often here in London, but when it does, you definitely want to visit a museum or two. We have quite a few, and most of them are free. It does fly from the head of the ship, the jack masts. That is a Union Jack. And every time you see the flag, it's a Union flag. There's a little crown on top. The same flag flies from the building behind. They're exactly the same, interchangeable, but only when it flies from the Jack Star did you call it a proper Union Jack. The Shard of Glass on your left is the tallest building in the country. At just over 1,000 feet or 310 metres tall. Up on the 72nd floor, there's an observation deck. It costs about £30 to go to the top of the Shard. Ladies and gents, if you go to the building on your right with a round roof, that's home to London's Sky Garden. And that is free to go to. It doesn't cost a single penny to go there today, tomorrow, or any other day of the week. Cameras that are ready, take a picture between these buildings. Under construction or reconstruction, you'll first see one of Sir Christopher Wren's churches at Leicester Martyr. And next, you'll see the monument to the Great Fire of London, also designed by Wren, designed to look like the candle that started the Great Fire on the 2nd of September, back in 1666. And this here, as promised, is London Bridge. The name is on your right, no mistaken, London Bridge. Opened in 1973, the previous London Bridge was slowly sinking into the mud. That was taken down and rebuilt. It's now in America. Thank you very much, sir. The Colorado River in Arizona, the old London Bridge. It's a famous ship away to your left that has been around the world twice. Today it's a museum. It is the full working replica of Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind. A fantastic day out for the kids. And now something for look under the bridge. You'll sometimes see half-naked people. Look through the windows. Look, do you see them there? Just in their pants. There you go, mate. Look, zoom in. Get a lovely picture there, sir. A relaxation zone. They thought they're being clever, hiding under the bridge, forgetting about the bubbles that pass by. A lovely place I love to be right now, and that's a pub back there on your left. The Anchor Tavern in the corner of the last bridge with the red window frames. That was first built in 1615. So that pub is over 400 years old. That pub back there, still not the oldest pub in London, I believe it's the 7th, but it is the oldest pub we pass on our journey today. London's oldest market is behind that pub, the Borough Market, and that began almost 1,000 years ago. Very famous. Today it's famous for the food, but say famous because of its history here. They condemned it for being unsafe, as it was swinging from side to side. Up to your right, St. Paul's Cathedral. rests. There's a black plaque over where his body lies, and it simply says, "Reader, if you see my monuments, then look around you." Also here, the Duke of Wellington, Lord Nelson, and the man who discovered penicillin, Alexander Fleming, saving an untold amount of lives, buried here today. And looking just above the dome, there's an observation deck, a public viewing platform. There's no lift to take you up there. Instead, you have to climb over 500 steps. 528 to be exact. I know because I've done it myself.
Sorry.
It took me about 45 minutes and then it took me about a week to recover. We're about to slow the boat down, waiting for this boat to come through the bridge, the Silver Sturgeon. To hire this boat out for a private charter, to pay a minimum, I think it's around £30,000. Very luxurious, very plush. And the tide is quite high. Usually we use the arch on the right, but that arch is a little bit too low. It's simply enough, it's in the bridge. So we know the river very well. So we're not tour guides here, folks. We are your boat crew, Thames Watermen, and we serve a 5-year apprenticeship. We have Francis Bacon, John Milton, William Shakespeare, Sir Isaac Newton. They weren't taught here, but a great inspiration to the lads that once were. It's now offices for the American bank, J.P. Morgan, and the red church that building back on the right, Zion College. Houses thousands of rare and religious books, including Queen Victoria's personal Bible and the first ever Bible to be printed into English on the William Caxton press. Just to name a few. There's no advertisement on the river because the Thames is a royal highway. It is the King's Waterway. The only advert you will see, you notice the red is on top of the red building, the Oxo Tower. In the 1920s, the company that made that stock cube, they used to make it here. And to get around the advertising ban, they cleverly stuck their logo, Oxo, into the windows of that tower. And you had to enter a gate. Here was Temple Gate, where we started, you had Tower Gate, also you had Bishop's Gate, all gates. I mentioned before the Thames being a royal highway. We don't see them a lot here today, the royal family. This was their old boat a few years ago, the old St. Catherine. The black and white boat here on your right, folks, in the glass room. It's looking a bit grimy now, a bit neglected because they have a new boat, the royal family, the Gloriana. That's what the royal family Coming up on the right, there's an ancient Egyptian obelisk, Cleopatra's Needle. It's older than London, made in what is now Cairo, Egypt, well over 3,000 years ago. There is a mistake that goes with those sphinx. Yes, sir.
They're the wrong way round.
Perfecto. It's been a boat ride already. They're the wrong way round. They should be guarding, looking at. Apparently, it was a gift from the Egyptians for Nelson's victory over Napoleon at the Battle of the Nile about 2 centuries ago. Nelson, it was the greatest. A lovely picture behind you, folks. Only attainable at the high tide. Look behind, stand up to this because that is a beautiful picture. So, dominates, only available at high tide. Low tide, you'd be almost 20 feet lower than where we are now. Most of that hidden apart from the top of the tallest buildings. Lovely picture. Everyone's got a nice photo. And give the people a wave above as it keeps their hands busy most of the time. It stops them throwing stuff at you. It doesn't always work. You can hear the trains passing around this reach ahead of us, this stretch. We're now pointing south. To your right, in the Second World War, Sir Winston Churchill had his wartime offices. His secret war rooms were inside this building in the bunker. Earlier this year, they opened it as a museum. So if you like, you go in there, I think it's about £30 to go inside the Sir Winston Churchill War Room Museum. After the green rooftops, that's the headquarters for the Army, the Navy, and the Royal Air Force. And there is the Royal Air Force War Memorial. The Golden Eagle here to your right, made from captured enemy artillery. It was unveiled in 1923. There's an inscription around the top in Latin, Adua and Astra, through adversity to the stars. The left, the London Eye. Very popular located the Tower and the London Eye. See, if you get to the top of the Eiffel Tower and you ask her to marry you, if she says no, well, you can just turn around, step on it and go down. If she says no at the top of the London Eye, those doors are open. So as simple as that. In actual fact, it was renamed in 2012 to the Elizabeth Tower. Before this, and since its completion in 1858, it was officially named the Great Clock Tower. Big Ben is simply the nickname to the bell that chimes on the hour. The official name for the... Thank you. We're going to make it to the pit, land you safely ashore. Hold on tight after you're taking your pictures. There might be a bump as we touch. These boats are pretty big, pretty heavy, and we don't have any brakes. If I does it the pier, you'll fly over, hurt yourself. Alright, we don't want to see any audio guys.